Okay, so here we are. That's the economic calendar. So it's now 12 midday. This is the afternoon session. And as usual, we started this morning by looking at the economic calendar, Tuesday, the 8th of March. And we're focusing on the Euro-US dollar. And there were no reports due out today that will be affecting the market we're concentrating on, which is the Euro-US dollar. So just go straight to the day trading because there are no swing trading opportunities. So when we met this morning, this is what we saw when we met this morning at about 6:45. Okay, so at 6:45, where we met, we noticed that the market was initially trending sideways there, went up, broke the pivot point and started to come down. So at that point we said we'll either buy just above the high of the day, and the high of the day was 13,989. So we said we'll buy 13,991. And as we noticed also the market had formed a support level at 13,956. At 13,956. So we decided we'll sell just 2 points below the support of the market at 13,954. So that was our pending order to sell just below the support of the market at 13,954. And the market went up again, started to come back down, and that, let's just make that a bit bigger. And we can see here at 7:40, the market took our sell order at the spot of the market. And once it took the sell order, that kicked in a 20-point stop loss at 13,974. And as usual, our first target will be halfway towards our profit target. We're going for a profit target of 60 points. So that's a 60-point target down there. And our first port of call will be halfway towards our target. Then we'll move our stop to the opening level to protect our capital. So you can see the market rallied back up first. But you can see our stop was way above there, 20 points away. And as we can see now, it's reached the 30-point mark at 8:45. So at that point, you then move your stop loss to the opening level, which is what we've done, or what you should have done. So at this point in time, the stop loss is exactly the same level as our opening level. So at this point in time on the first trade of today, we're not risking any money. Our stop loss is at the same point as the opening level, so we have no risk on that sell trade. And we're just waiting to see if the market will get to the 60-point target. So that's where we are. That's where we are now. The market is still hovering around the 30-point mark, the halfway mark. And at this point, the market can either keep going down and get to the 60-point mark, or start to go up. Now, as we can see, the moving average 50 has now come down, and the moving average 50 is now below the first support. It's now below the first support. So you can, like I said, three things can happen. The market would either keep going down, get to the profit target of 60 points, and you would have made your profit for the day and now be the end of your trading. It could go sideways, or it could go back up. Now, just in case the market does decide to go back up and it'll probably take us out there without any loss anyway. But if it does decide to go back up, it's perfectly fine to place a pending buy order just above the first support here. The first support here is 13933. So you can place a pending buy order just above the first support at 13935. So if the market decides to go back up, you can buy just above the first support. So that's one thing you could do. Obviously, if you're used to using the moving average 50, which is what I tend to use sometimes, you can also use the moving average 50, but you have to be aware if you're using the moving average 50, you have to keep following the moving average throughout because it changes every 5 minutes. So you can see the moving average 50 is currently at 13930. So I'll have to edit that to 13932. Oops. And I'll just keep moving it and keep my buy order about 2 points from the current level. So like I said, if you're not comfortable using the moving average 50 to trade in terms of buying just 2 points above the moving average 50, you can just, or you haven't got the time to be following the moving average 50 all day, then it's best to just place your buy order just above the first support because that's a fixed point in the market. So if the market comes back up, you can buy over there. Obviously, if it keeps going down fine, you'll hit your profit target. So that's the plan for today. So we'll see what happens. Any questions? If you have any questions, you can either click the hand button or send the question through the question box. I don't know if any of you placed the sell trade yesterday we spoke about, because yesterday we had a sell trade that we took overnight, which we sold at 14,013. We sold at 14,013, and our target, 60-point target, was 13,953. 13,953. 60 points. So I don't know if any of you did that trade yesterday where we sold. I think we spoke about it again at 8:30. The trade, we left it overnight. The market went sideways and it hit the 60-point mark at 7:40 when we took our own sell order for today. So we had a 60-point profit from the second trade from yesterday, which completed today. And I'm not sure who took that trade. If any of you took that trade, I will commend you and say well done. But if you didn't, anyway, we'll probably assume no one took the trade, and we'll discard that trade and just stick to our 5 points loss from yesterday. But that's just an example of sometimes leaving your trade to the next day till you achieve your profit target. So that was from yesterday. So that's our plan for today. We're just going to wait and see what happens to this current trade. So again, just to recap, we sold at the support of the market. The market took our support order. Once it's gone halfway towards our target, we've moved our stop to the opening level, so we're not risking any money on that trade. We're waiting for it to get to the 60-point level. If it does that, fine, then we'll stop trading. That'll be the end of the trading for the day. If it decides, if the market reverses and starts to go back up, then you can either buy just above the first support, which is a fixed point in the market because the first support is now above the moving average 50, or you can use the moving average 50 itself to buy just 2 points above where the moving average 50 is at that point in time. Again, you can see it's moved to 13,929, so I'll have to edit that to 13,931. So you have to just keep editing your pending order every 5 minutes to move along with the moving average. So like I say, if you haven't got time for that, just stick with the first support, or you can use the moving average 50. But obviously, once the market hits your 60-point target, then that'll be the end of your trading for the day, and you delete all the other orders. Okay.